The difficulty with the death of a partner is that you've now lost one of the valuable assets of the company. You now have to deal with it in a couple of different ways. How do I either replace him as an asset because he has a certain value and contribution to the business, but you now have to deal with, have I prepared for this event in my operation of the company in the past? And by that I mean, have we entered into a certain buy-sell agreements, agreements that say what happens if we're going to dissolve, either by death or by some other circumstance? And have I set forth in that corporate governance document a plan as to what is to happen? The worst case scenario is the following, is that I don't have a plan, I didn't make any remedies for this particular situation, and I now have a new partner, which is either the spouse, the son, or any other individual to whom my partner has left his ownership interest in this company. That is a difficult situation because now you are partners with either a spouse that doesn't know anything about the company, a son that is either maybe too young or not know anything about the company, or a third party that you may or may not be able to get along with during the operation of your company. At that point in time, if you have an agreement, there's usually a provision that says if one of us passes away, we may have some life insurance that we've added to the value of the company to say, okay, I've got an obligation to buy out and to pay her the life insurance, my partner's spouse, the insurance proceeds, or there's some provision that we've reached out that says if one of us passes away, we're going to pay it out on a certain amount, so that the spouse who now has the spouse of the deceased partner now has a source of income which helps her out. If worse comes to worse and the wife or the son shows up and says, hey, I'm your new partner, you're now into the dissolution process or the exit process that we can talk about in a different way, which is establishing a value, negotiating an exit, and making arrangements for a payout, which should have been done in advance of this event happening.